Let me ask you a question, fellow African. I want to ask you a question, you. Listen to me. Because what you African have to understand, you, yes, you. When you have a feeling about something, when you have a consciousness about something, when you have a passion about something, that means you see it. You have seen it. You have seen what should be, and therefore only you has that picture of what you see, what can be, because you're the one that has seen it. You get me? Hold on to that thought. I want to ask you a second question. I want to ask you this question that when is it going to dawn on you? I mean you, yes. That sometimes a man has to get angry. Sometimes a man has to say, no, no, no. Not me. Not here. Not anymore. No, 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 no. Sometimes you have to say no. Sometimes you have to stand your ground. Sometimes you have to push someone over to get your stuff. When are you going to realize that? When somebody is holding something in custody for you for decades, that they are now got used to the truth in their mind that it is theirs. If they've been able to spend it, to sell it, to use it, even if it's not theirs, the conviction after lying to oneself for so many years, you begin to believe that Africa is yours. They begin to believe that Africa is theirs. They begin to believe that everything in Africa is theirs. They even begin to make everything in Africa a product, including you, including your land, your children to come. Why children to come? Because they are going to consume. They're going to be consumers. So they're a product. Your land. They're going to come in, build very tiny apartments, and build thousands of them. Take your land, and they're going to be homeless. The Chinese will come and take you because they still think, they believe, they know that Africans are not human. Yes. When are you going to see that for 600 years our people were taken in chains under very difficult, terrible, heinous conditions in ships, and many of them died in very terrible, bad conditions on the ship? Not to mention the beatings and the killings. Not to mention that. When are you going to realize that our people came out of boats straight to go onto a platform to be sold? What shock it might have been. And then, in the process, they were used to work for free under terrible subhuman conditions. Haven't you seen them, the stripes on the backs of our people? For hundreds of years this has happened. And now still, we're in that situation that a nation colonizes us and we watch. They come into our nations and they do what they want. They take our minerals. Our people are hungry, destitute. They take our minerals, they take our resources, they take everything. They take our industries, they build our roads. No wonder they believe that we are subhuman. We can build our own roads. And then they control the whole political system. They control the country. They're creating military bases in our land. They're positioning us as dead ducks. While we watch, they beat us up. They beat our people. They imprison our people. They get they shut our people up at work so they can work 24/7. And we watch. They beat our people with metal bars, and we watch and we do nothing. We hear and we pass on. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up with you, brother? What's going on in your mind? And they continue for decades to own our land. What's in our ground? We say Africa is trillions, trillions, trillions. My brother, it's not yours. Those mines, they're not yours. All has been pegged already. It's owned by foreigners. What are you going to do? And you keep thinking that those people that own those millions and millions of acres, they're going to work out some kind of human right understanding and help you. Seems to me like your mind is still thinking that the very person who is for 600 years, 700 years, you still think you're subhuman. Now, they talk about democracy and human rights. Democracy, pure democracy, is bad for the people, does not stand for the people. It sells out people to capitalism. That's another subject. But we need to understand our state, our space, and our time. Where are we? You need to know where you are. You need to know where you are, your state. Right? You know the environment. That's what's going on. They're all coming to you. They're swapping on you. They create their own game that they're playing. You are the playing field. Africa is the playing field. They play their game. They didn't ask you. They don't care. They don't see that you exist. They don't even think that you exist when they come. And what you do, you just watch and watch. What's wrong with your emotion? Sometimes you have to get angry, you have to get annoyed. What is wrong with your mind? No wonder they think you are subhuman. Because a human being, when pushed, sometimes you say, don't push me. When pushed again, you say, don't push me. When get pushed again, they'll say, hey, 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 hey. Then he gets pushed again. And I said, oh my God. Now you got it. You see, guys, about 60, 70 years ago, I was looking at this message that is a very eloquent young man in the 60s, an African man in America, was saying, you taught us, in order to be a man, you must be truthful. You must hold to the truth. But you are refusing. I think you are crazy. You are mad. You are refusing the truth that you are human. And many people are hanging around in some of these foreign nations and saying, human rights, human rights. Now, their definition of human rights and your definition of human rights, I'm talking to you, is different. You wake up, wake up. You see, in their mind, when individuals in our nations who are our own people do acts of violence or murder, any mistreatment of a human being is called human rights violation. But think about it. A person who doesn't beat you up, he doesn't scold you, but thinks you're not human. What is the biggest human rights violation? Which is the biggest? Because you see, if you beat me up, I will heal. If you injure me, I will heal. But if you think I am subhuman, it is eternal. It doesn't go. And that has got consequences of action. It creates a mindset in that person. Now, when they realize that, you succumb to it. When they realize that, you don't realize that. You must realize that these people, these nations, for generations and for ages, they are, because of their view of you as subhuman, therefore they take what you have. They manipulate your place. They manipulate you. They put new philosophies. They make you admire them, and you forget yourself. They take your culture, which is your power to drive yourself into the future. Culture is your power into the future. Culture is you. Culture is where the life of God, the intelligence of God, the organizational power of God exists in a society. When that is taken, your soul has been taken. When that is taken, your power has been taken. When that is taken, your future has been taken. How long will you stay and watch your future of your generations and generations? You are willing to get for your day to come to die by national means and leaving your grandchildren the legacy of slavery by the Chinese, the legacy of slavery by hegemony, by people coming into your nation and do economic business. And they're going to do it for generations. They're preparing for their own generations to make them worthy. You know how much Africa will be worth in about 40, 50 years? Or 400, 500 trillion human. That is the worth of Africans put together. And in 50 years, 60 years, $1 trillion a year of output. See, that's what we're worth. And you don't know our state, do you? That's our state in the future. That's a picture of our future. That's our power. A big consumption power. And you're letting it go because you won't lift up your head. Why? Because you don't understand yourself and don't understand how things work. First of all, you got to have a vision. You got to have a consciousness, information, consciousness, understanding, and wisdom, and create choices. And then lock onto a choice, decide, and act. You have a bias for action. You don't. It's your problem. Now I want to say to you that don't think that the solution is going to come from somewhere else. The solution is going to come here, me, right here. Me. Why? Because God chose it to be. It is not your decision. It is God's decision. Why? Because He downloads Himself through an individual and gives them an idea. When I say me, I'm just saying God has given me something which I packaged, a manual for your transformation. And you have to wake up when you hear it, when you see it, wake up. Because only one person. God does not put stuff in two people at the same time. Every change, every revolution has got a name to it. But you have to understand that idea will not stand by itself. That person will not stand by themselves. It is your conviction that the time has come. It is a conviction that we need an idea. And it is a conviction that we need a motivating vision that we can all. A vision is just a picture, the conviction that gives us the hope that we're going to get somewhere. But my brothers, hope is not a method. And vision is not execution. My brothers, there's a science to it. First of all, the science is that you have to get to a state of dramatic dissatisfaction. That's the history. It's evolution, revolution, evolution, revolution, evolution, revolution. That's how you get to the next stage. Without a revolution does not mean revolt. It means drastic, dramatic change and disruption of the old system. That's what we're talking about. It only takes place with an idea, a vision, and a plan. And God packages sometimes an individual because of the complexity of the process, especially in Africa. It's too complex. It's very complex. You have to have a certain type of a mind in order to grasp everything and create a way forward. It's not as easy, guys. It's not about intellect. It's not about education, academics, you know. It's not about reason. It's about seeing. It's about a gift. It's a gift. You wake up and you see it, you do it, you package it in a way that nobody else can do it. That's what we're talking about, guys. We need to know where we came from, what affects us, who we are, why we are. We are here where we are because the people that we think and we honor, we honor them for being great people, for a great life, for great cities, but they don't honor us. They don't honor us. They come, they take everything because they believe you don't need it, you don't deserve it. And quietly, you continue flipping WhatsApp, flipping Twitter, flipping. Wake up, brother. Follow a vision. The Rapid Africa Plan, the fast-track modernization of Africa. What else is there? The fast-track modernization of Africa from a third world state to a first world state in 40 years, making Africa a $60 trillion GDP nation by 2063. China will be said to be 50 trillion by 2050. So Africa with 2.5 billion people by 2063 shouldn't be hard for you to see. But wake up. Wake up that you have to get angry at some point, but have a plan. You are spending too much time without really realizing what is happening to you. The snake is getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. Very soon, it's almost there. It's going to squash you unless you wake up.